Hey guys, welcome to this new section. In this section, we would be talking about autoscaling Kubernetes. Now, we will guide you on how to use Supergiant so as to deploy and autoscale a Kubernetes cluster on the digital ocean. This is very good to keep the hardware cost as low as possible. Now the following things are required. Number one, a running installation of Supergiant. Number two, an API access token for DigitalOcean with both read and write permission. Number three, an SSH key fingerprint from the DigitalOcean dashboard. Number four, a region for storage of a Kubernetes cluster capable of supporting block storage. Now, you have to follow the following steps as given below. Log in to the Supergiant dashboard. An admin username and password will be needed for this. You may have created these on your own or you may have received them from the Supergiant administrator. Next, you should add the credential for the cloud. Visit Cloud Account View and then click so as to create a new entry with the DigitalOcean API access token. The credential will require the read and write access permission for the DigitalOcean API v2. We have to enter the following as you can see on the screen. Okay. Now, after that, click on Create. Once the cloud account has been created, do not forget the name you gave it because you will need it in your next step. In the next step, you should create the cube. Click so as to go to Cube View and then click so as to create a cube. Some of the values will come filled in for you, but you can edit them as you would like. However, you must review the entries given below. Again, point number one, cloud account name. This should be the name of the cloud account which you have just created. Number two, region. This is the region you would want to start or use Kubernetes cluster in. This region should be capable of supporting block storage of DigitalOcean. Number three, SSH key fingerprint. This is the fingerprint for the public key which will be authorized to be able to access Kubernetes API. Number four, master node size. This is the size of the instance for the Kubernetes master. The option to be entered in this case will be determined by the values available to the Supergiant config JSON file. A size of 512 MB for the RAM is or should be sufficient. Okay, coming to point number 5, name. So this is the name for the cube which will begin with a letter composed of lowercase, numbers, letters and dashes, and this name should be no more than 12 characters. Coming to the last point, point number 6, node sizes. You should build an array of node sizes for DigitalOcean and the size for these should be similar to the one in Supergiant file named as config.config.json. This is a list which will be used to provision the hardware so as to autoscale Kubernetes. In this case, I have the following migration. Let me quickly share on the screen. Okay, so this here you can see it is cloud account name DigitalOcean, then DigitalOcean config, region, NYCI, New York City or SSH key fingerprint, master node size, name, node size, and all the things as we already discussed. Once you are done with the editor, just click on Create. Supergiant will then orchestrate the provisioning of the DigitalOcean services, such as security settings, block storage, networking, and others. Once it is done, the provision will minion and master the instance, and the log output will be shown as it progresses. The waiting for Kubernetes will be the longest wait time, as you will be waiting for the instance of DigitalOcean to be provisioned. You only have to be patient in this case, as DigitalOcean will be doing everything needed for you. Now, assessing Kubernetes. After the completion of the process, you only have to click in Kube ID and all details will be presented to you. If you need to verify whether Kubernetes is running or not, get the username, password, and the master public IP from the Kube detail in the Supergiant dashboard. This can be by curl hyphen insecure command. I repeat, curl hyphen insecure command. A JSON response will be given, and this will describe the API. You now have your auto-scaling Kubernetes cluster, which is running on the DigitalOcean. So, in a nutshell, this basically finishes or explains you how to use Supergiant so as to deploy and auto scale a Kubernetes cluster on the DigitalOcean. Of course, this helps to keep the hardware cost as low as possible. So with that, I am just stopping here, and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.